So we're on the way to Australia and we decided to do one quick stopover in Singapore. First of all, because we've never been and we must take in all of this scenery. Second reason is because we finally wanted to meet Gerben in person. How many times did we meet on Zoom?
A lot of times.
A lot of times. And he actually lives here, but you're not originally from here.
No, I'm from the Netherlands.
Okay.
Correct.
But you've made this home for...
Correct, 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So we're actually walking in the spot of the Formula One race.
Correct.
Right now.
We're on the track, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
This is-
actually walking on the track.
This is actually part of the track here, and you can see the grandstands right there.
Full disclaimer, it's like 100 degrees and we literally made him do this because we're like, come on, look at this view, but it's really hot out. But we felt like you guys have to appreciate what this beautiful city has to offer. But
Okay.
the reason we're here is because this is the headquarters for Aquator, which you guys are gonna hear a lot about. Tell us what Aquator is.
We are really a software company dedicated to the yachting industry. So we see that there's a lot of opportunities for yacht managers, yacht builders, captains, crew owners to use software as multiple solutions to manage their yacht.
So we are going to be using Aquator in our build in many different stages and levels. We'll be using it as part of our planning tool while we build, part of our communication with our shipyard and surveyors. We're also going to be using it once our boat is ready as our charter management tool. Nothing like that, nothing so comprehensive exists on the market. So when we heard about it, we were so blown away by all the features they were offering. I mean, it's technically even more than what we need. It is set up for either a small boat, like just a simple owner operator. You have
Correct.
different options
Yeah,
for
modulars,
memberships.
yeah.
Or you can go as crazy as a 100-meter super yacht operating charter and privately and just manage the whole boat.
Crew
everything.
management, everything. Even accounting, you have an
Yeah.
accounting plugin as well, right?
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy. You keep everything in one place, including all the crew, their paperwork, what needs to be updated, all the management, all the refits. Everything can go through the platform.
Lots of people might be familiar with the classic form of yacht management, where you have a yacht manager, you have communication with maybe weekly phone calls or Zoom meetings or an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
cool
yeah.
thing with Aquator is actually that the owner has access whenever he wants to. Touch of a button and he can see everything, all the information, what's going on with the crew, what are the expenses, what maintenance schedules are coming
Full
up.
control.
Full control, if he wants to.
Depends how much hands-on he wants to be.
Correct.
He wants to be super hands-on, he really has that option. And if he wants to be very little hands-on, but to be able here and there to just oversee it, he has that option as well.
Correct.
So you guys will hear this program come up quite a bit. It's just gonna kind of take us through so many different layers of what we're doing and trying to keep it centralized. That's really what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Just being able to have it all in one space. So we will have a dedicated video where we'll really show you the program, we'll explain it, right, Rico? We will just do like a hands-on experience. We've now got to touch and feel, and there's just so many options to customize, and I love it.
We might have to loop in Gerben for that session.
Yes,
So maybe
you're
he
gonna have to
can
help
walk
us.
us through one more time to some of the things we're not 100% familiar with
Yeah. More than happy to do so.
before we give out some wrong information.
But we're so stoked to be
Yeah.
able to actually meet you in person, to introduce you to everyone, because you guys will hear his name over and over, and this incredible baby that you've created.
Thank
so
you.
and super proud of. So we're excited to be part of this
Yeah.
family because we feel like we really understand the value of what you
Yeah.
guys are doing, and
So-
it's an underserved part of the industry.
So
No.
quick lightning round. How many customers you have right now?
Yeah, so we have over 450 users on the platform at the moment.
Wow, how
So,
many boats?
It's over 100 boats at the moment. But again, we also work really more on with yacht managers and fleet managers, so we're also working our way into those fleets. And we're of course focusing predominantly on yachts over 24 meters, where it's a high touch kind of collaboration with clients.
But just to put it in perspective, for somebody who is just an owner-operator,
Yeah.
like, first of all, you have a free version.
Correct.
If you wanted to try it out, you could go and try
Correct.
the program without paying
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
just to see if it's for you.
Yep.
And then you have like a light
Premium,
version.
Yeah, correct.
And the
That's
light version,
$120 a year.
$120
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year, and a bit more of a pro version for like an owner-operator is
like 240.
240
Yeah,
a year. So it's very affordable for what you get. It even includes like
It's
an
mobile.
accounting,
Yeah,
so,
correct.
like
Yeah.
all these things that you need. I think it's a pretty cool software. We're not
Yeah.
talking thousands of dollars.
Can we mention that you guys actually working on some AI
Yeah,
feature as well?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So many exciting things.
For us, kind of why it's very exciting to work with you guys. First of all, as your platform, the voice, the reach that you have. I think the way you have been able over the past few years also to inform and educate people, it's been tremendous valuable for the industry at large.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's also the way, now that you're with the bearings and the whole process, that journey, and that you on a very personal manner bring people in and to showcase what it takes to build a vessel, and then also how you as an owner operator will use it in a charter manner. I think that whole journey is fantastic, and I think there's so many learning points throughout that journey that we feel also as a software company there are a lot of touch points. So because what challenges do people face throughout, and what solutions are out there, and how do you bring that all together, so that you in the end you need to make informed decisions, you need to collaborate with a lot of different stakeholders, and you need to communicate that, and you want to do that in the most efficient manner.
I think the one thing that you brought up when we were just having a conversation over a meal is that it's one thing buying a boat. Anybody who builds a vessel has to think also ahead of time that eventually this vessel might be sold. You could think that this is your forever home, but if anybody has ever had a forever home knows that usually that's not the case. Eventually you will sell it and you'll have something else. You will downsize or upsize, whatever happens. Having something like this central system that will have all the information, the data, the upgrades, the updates, the maintenance,
Maintenance
History.
the
schedules,
history of the boat is crucial tool for selling your vessel ever. Besides maintenance, just
I mean, look at the
crucial
automotive
tool.
industry, automobile industry, where they use Carfax, for example.
Exactly. That's
to see,
basically what it
You know,
is.
what was the history with the boat? What happened with the boat? Was it ever repaired? Like, all these things.
Yeah, so I feel like it's something that people don't talk about much, but it's really, really important, because if it's just for yourself, for your peace of mind, that's fantastic, but also it holds the resale value of your boat better. Just because you bought a good boat or build a good boat doesn't mean that if you don't maintain it or properly keep records, you have a much higher loss when you're selling it.
Yeah.
Because it is an asset that depreciates.
If you can aggregate all the data related to the vessel, if you can make it accessible for all the people that need that information to make a decision, that is of course very helpful in respect of transparency and making more data-driven decisions.
Also
And
switching crew, switching captains.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you also have the data, which is a single source of truth of the data, and you can do reports to the surveyor, to the insurance, which is also
Get a better insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
Big topic right now, because it's so hard with insurances. You can actually show that you've been properly maintaining this boat.
That you're a responsible boat owner and that you have the data to back that up.
Do you come from a boating background?
Yeah, so I come more from the sailing background. I'm from the Netherlands, so of course I sailed when I was very small.
Yeah, don't be modest now. You have quite a bit of a background there. Tell us.
My sailing background was really from a young age in the Netherlands, but then also in England I sailed competitively, and then in the Med did some big boat sailing. And then you also see firsthand the challenges that owners or captains and crew have about managing a team and sharing certain information. And basically yachting or managing a boat, it's project management.
That's exactly
So
what
you
it
need
is.
to have right project management tools, and then you make your life easier. There's less noise, you can manage each other's expectations, you can run all the logistics more seamlessly. So there's all kind of principles and
Somebody
concepts.
chooses to run in this weather. I mean,
It's hard,
props
yeah.
to her. She's really running fast too, you
I
guys.
was about to give a high five.
Well, Gerben, thank you for sweating with
I
us
know.
and for keeping up with this. But we had to show it to everyone how
course.
stunning this city is, and we cannot wait to be back. There's so much more to see. It was great that we finally got to meet you in
Yeah.
person, and looking forward to seeing you in Florida.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And thank you for coming to Singapore, and great to see you guys indeed in person.
We'll be
Fantastic.
back.
Yes.
We'll be back to Singapore.
Well, maybe when you're in Florida, maybe we do a little session and actually walk through the actual product.
Yeah, that will be
Consider it
fantastic.
a date.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right.